Hey guys, it's Doona here. Welcome back to my channel. So I did get a request from one of my followers to create a longer but slower Vinyasa class. So today we're going to be moving breath to movement, just like always, but a little bit slower so that we have some time to breathe between the movements. All right, so let's go ahead and get started in child's pose. You're going to need 2 blocks. Place them towards the top of the mat and come into child's pose. Big toes to touch, knees wide apart. Stretch your arms over your head. Relax your forehead all the way down and allow your shoulders to drop down towards the floor, widening through your shoulder blades. Then relax your jaw, relax your hips. Relax your entire body. Take a deep, slow inhale through your nose. And a big exhale, sigh it out. Good. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. The last one on your own. So try to stay connected to your breath throughout the next hour. I'll continue to remind you to breathe so you don't forget. Then on your next inhale, rise up to tabletop. Stack your wrist underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers out wide. Drop your belly, lift your chest, bend your elbows back, and gaze all the way up for your first back bend. And as you exhale, push the floor away, straighten your arms, round your upper back. Tuck your chin towards your chest. 2 more times. Inhale, cow pose. Lift your tailbone, lift your hips. Exhale, cat. Lift your chest away from your thumbs. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to a neutral spine, tabletop position. Keep your belly engaged. Inhale, stretch your right arm forward. Imagine you're shaking someone's hand. Without your hips opening, leading with your left inner thigh, extend your left leg back. Flex your left toes down. Hug your outer hips in. Draw your navel in and up. Inhale, stretch forward and back. Exhale, right elbow to left knee. Round your back, retuck your chin towards your chest. 2 more times. Inhale, stretch forward and back. Keep your core engaged. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, pause, bend your left knee back, grab your left foot with your right hand. Then lift your chest, gaze all the way up, open up through the front side of your body. So really focusing on opening your right shoulder, your abdominals, and your left hip. Inhale and exhale. Slowly release your foot, tabletop position. 1 more round of cat and cow. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round. Come back to tabletop. Inhale, stretch your left arm forward. Left thumb points up. Draw the navel in. Inhale, extend your right leg back. Roll your right inner thigh up. Hug your outer hips in. Draw your front ribs in. Inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow, crunch and engage your core. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, pause. Bend your right knee.
Grab your foot with your left hand. Gaze all the way up. Open up the front of your throat. Kick your right foot into your hand. Lift your knee up a little higher. Last inhale. And exhale, slowly release. Tabletop position. Step your feet back. We'll meet in downward facing dog. First down dog of class, so feel free to pedal out your knees. Spread your fingers out wide. Press more into your thumbs and your index. Keep your arms straight and active, but drop your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, lift your hips a little higher. And exhale, walk your hands back towards your feet. Ragdoll pose. Feel free to walk your feet outer hip width, distance apart. Hinging from your hips, lower your torso. Option to grab opposite elbows. Then feel free to sway side to side. Shift your weight into your right foot, left foot, maybe back and forth. Spread your toes out wide. Grab the opposite elbow on top. Relax your head again. Option to bend your knees a lot. Find stillness. Release your hands to the floor. Drop your left hand right underneath your nose. Bend to your left knee. Inhale, stretch your right arm high. Twist over to the right. Lengthen your spine by reaching your sternum forward. And as you exhale, peel your right shoulder back. Gaze down, other side. Inhale, stretch your left arm high. Reach up past your left fingertips like you're trying to touch the ceiling. Roll your left ribs back. Inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Walk your feet about hip width if it's not there already. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on top of your shins, lengthen your spine. Exhale, high plank. Walk your hands forward. Stack your wrist underneath your shoulders. Lengthen your tailbone towards the backs of your heels and engage your core. Option to drop to your knees. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down all the way onto your belly for 3. Nice and slow. Elbows in for 2 and 1. Keep your hands underneath your shoulders. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift your heart, but pull your sternum forward. Drop your shoulders towards your hips. Exhale, lower. 2 more times, breath to movement. Inhale, cobra. Lift your chest. Lift your thighs. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, cobra. This time, option to lift your hands. Exhale, slowly lower. Walk your hands back towards your ribs. Glue your elbows in. On your inhale, upward facing dog. So this time, lift your chest all the way up, straighten your arms, lift your hips. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips go high. Take a deep inhale and a big exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk or lightly hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, mountain pose. Stand all the way up, arms over your head. Tuck your tailbone. Exhale, Samasiddhi, hands to heart. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach up. Exhale, twist to your right. Keep your frontal hip bone square. Just open your arms out to a T. Peel your right shoulder back. Reach past your fingertips. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, twist to your left. Open your chest over to the left. Grow a little bit taller. Tuck your tailbone. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips. Option to bend to your knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale, high to mid plank. Plant your palms, step your feet back, on or off your knees, lower down halfway, elbows in. Inhale, your choice of back bend, either upward facing dog or cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Let's flow through our sun A. Breath to movement. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to mid plank. One breath here. Either step or float back. Wait for your inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Few breaths here. Relax your neck. Option to bend your knees. Lift your hips up a little higher. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, center. Let's add a back bend on our exhale. Open your elbows, open your chest. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Listen for the change. Exhale, step your left foot back, low lunge. Right foot between your thumbs. Stack your right knee over right ankle. Drop your left knee, straighten your right leg for half splits. Option to grab your blocks. Option to bend your right knee. Make sure your right toes are pointing straight up, so slightly roll your right inner thighs down. Inhale, lift your chest, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hinge from your hips, fold over your right leg. Keep your left hand underneath your left shoulder. Inhale, revolved half splits. Stretch your right arm up. Reach past your right fingertips. As you exhale, lean your right shoulder back. Inhale, gaze down. Exhale, low lunge. Rebend your right knee, but keep your left knee grounded. Inhale, crescent moon. Lift your torso, stack your shoulders over hips. Arms above your head. Relax your shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale, plant your palms, lift your left knee, step your left foot forward, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift, reset. Exhale, fold even deeper. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot back this time. Once your left knee is stacked over your ankle, drop your right knee and straighten out your left leg. Lean your hips back, but keep your hips right over your right knee. Make sure your hips are squared. Hug your outer glutes in. Stack your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Inhale, revolved half splits. Keep your left toes pointing up. Lengthen your spine. Reach your sternum forward. Inhale. Exhale, plant your palms. Low lunge, rebend your left knee. Inhale, crescent moon. Lift your torso. Draw your left hip back, right hip forward. Lengthen your tailbone down. Lift your navel in and up. Reach up past your hands. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, lift your right knee, step your right foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Option to add a crow pose, maybe float back. Wait for your inhale, back bend. Wait for your exhale, downward facing dog. Once you're in your down dog, feel free to drop to child's pose or option to drop to your dolphin pose or hold in your down dog for about 5 breaths here. For dolphin pose, drop your elbows. Push your chest back towards your thighs. Option to bend to your knees since this is a deep calf and hamstring stretch. Try to lift your toes. Don't worry about your heels touching the floor. Relax your head. Let's meet back in downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk or jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees. Lift your torso. Gaze down. Make sure you can see all 10 toes and lift your toes. Lean back into your heels. Inhale, sink a little bit deeper. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands to heart. Stand all the way up. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Again, option to add your arm balances. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Lead with your inner thigh. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your thumbs. Inhale, warrior one. Drop your back heel. Lift your torso. Reach your arms over your head. Peel your right ribs back. Right shoulder back. Draw your right outer glute back. Inhale, lift up through your side waist. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale. Exhale, plant your palms. Step your right foot back. Chaturanga dandasana. Feel free to skip your chaturanga at any time. We'll meet in downward facing dog. No rush to get there. Inhale, left leg high, hips stay squared. Exhale, low lunge. Angle your right foot. Inhale, warrior one. Option to bring your feet hip width or heel to heel alignment. Straighten your right leg. Roll your right inner thighs back. Then hug your outer hips in. Inhale. Sink a little bit deeper on your exhale. Shoulders stay squared. Inhale. Exhale your vinyasa. Take your time. Remember, breath to movement here. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Let's flow through our sun B. Breath to movement. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, Samasiddhi. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to mid plank. Always change it up if you need to. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, your vinyasa. Inhale, your choice of back bend. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, your vinyasa. Five breaths in downward facing dog. Again, option to drop to dolphin pose or even child's pose. Let's meet back in downward facing dog. One more flow here. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, Samasiddhi. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk or float back high to mid plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, high to mid plank. Doing great. One more side. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Feel free to skip your vinyasa. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's drop to child's pose together. Drop your knees, big toes to touch. Relax your forehead and take this moment to refocus on your breath.
So together, let's slow it down. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Good. 2 more times. Slow it down even more. Breathe in. Let it go. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, tabletop. Option to towel off. Grab some water whenever you need. Let's meet back in downward facing dog. Settle back into your space. Find some stillness. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. This time, keep your left knee lifted, left heel lifted. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lift your torso, arms over your head. Hug your right hip back, left hip forward. Notice if you're overarching your lower back, option to bend your left knee to tuck your tailbone. Okay, so now, once your tailbone is tucked, see if you can straighten out your left leg. Inhale. Exhale, twist open over to the right. Tee out your arms. Keep your shoulders over hips. Inhale, exalted. Right hand behind your left thigh. Reach your left arm up and over. Re-square your shoulders. Can you sink deeper into your front knee? Inhale. And exhale, cartwheel your arms back to low lunge. Step your left foot forward. Drop your back heel. Inhale, pyramid pose. Straighten your right leg. Again, option to grab your blocks. Lift your chest to lengthen your spine. Then slightly lift your hips. Now draw your right hip back. Hug your outer glutes in. Inhale. Exhale, fold over your right leg as best as you can. Option to bend that right knee again. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath here. Breathe into your hamstrings. Good. Rebend your right knee. Inhale, standing splits. Lift your left leg, leading with your left inner thigh. So you're not opening up your left hip. Keep your hips squared. Option to lift your chest to lengthen your spine. Otherwise, fold over your right leg. Drop your head. Forehead towards your right shin bone. And if you're folding, go ahead and gaze at your left toes. Make sure they're pointing down. So if your toes are pointing over to the left, that means your hips are open. Last breath in. And exhale, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folds. Good. Walk your feet about outer hip width. Heels in, toes out. Bend your knees, lower down for Malasana, frog pose. Either bring your hands to heart. See if you can sit up tall. Drop your shoulders away from your ears and open your chest. Now you have about 5 breaths here to play around with your flying frog, maybe crow pose. And if you want to play around with any other arm balances, feel free to do so. I'm going to cue frog pose, flying frog. So plant your hands about shoulder width apart, spread your fingers out wide. Lift your heels and lift your hips. Bend your elbows back and place your inner thighs into your upper tricep area. From here, gaze forward, push the floor away, round your upper back, and see if you could hover one foot and then maybe the next. Holding here, breathing. You got this. And let's meet back in our frog pose. Awesome job. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands forward, fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale,
Upward facing dog.
Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Keep your feet hip width distance apart. Inhale, crescent lunge. Slowly rise. Find your drishti, your gaze. Keep your left knee over left ankle. Draw your front ribs in. Pull your belly button in. See if you can lift your spine a little bit taller. Inhale. Exhale, twist to your left. Again, keep your shoulders over hips. Keep your legs active. Squeeze your inner thighs in. Peel your left shoulder back. Left hand behind your right thigh. Inhale, exalted. Re-square your shoulders. Re-square your hips. Reach your right arm over your head. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot forward. Angle your right foot. Inhale, pyramid pose. Make sure your hip is not open. So again, try to lift your hips, lift your chest first, then draw your left hip back. Option to bend through your left knee. You could always stay here. Otherwise, hinge from your hips and fold over your leg. Make sure to come back to the breath. Even when we're holding a pose, it's all about connecting, staying connected to your breath. Don't lose it. Slow inhales and exhales. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, standing splits. Walk your hands forward or walk your left foot back. Keep your hands underneath your shoulders. And again, you're more than welcome to stay here with your spine parallel to the floor. Otherwise, hinge from your hips and fold over your left leg. See if you can lift your right leg a little higher without opening up your right hip. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart, Samasthiti. Inhale, tree pose on the right side. So shift your weight into your left foot. Option 1, bring your right foot into your left inner ankle, left inner calf, or all the way up to your inner thigh. You could always use your hand to guide your foot there. Keep your left hip frontal pointing forward, but open up your right hip. Point your right knee out towards the right. Hug your belly in, tuck your tailbone. Lengthen your spine even more. Inhale. And exhale, bring your right knee back to center. Drop it down. Option to shake it out. And we'll do the other side when you're ready. So again, option 1, option 2, or option 3. This time, option 2, grow your tree. Relax your jaw. Last inhale. Exhale, bring your left knee forward. Release your left foot, hands to heart. Good. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, option to play around again with your flying frog. Otherwise, step or float back. Your last vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop to your knees. Keep your hips over knees and walk your hands forward for puppy pose. Option 1, bring your chest down, forehead down. Option 2, bring your chin down.
Focus on creating that nice thoracic extension. Draw the belly in. Melt your chest even lower. Good. Gaze slightly forward, slightly lift your shoulders, and lower all the way down onto your belly for either Sphinx pose. Keep your elbows underneath your shoulders, parallel your forearms. Zip tie your legs together. Otherwise, seal pose, straighten out your arms. Keep your shoulders down and away from your ears. Slightly draw your shoulder blades towards each other. Open your chest. Inhale. And exhale, slowly lower your forehead. Bend both knees. Grab for the outside of your feet. Bring your knees hip width. Inhale. Lift your chest. Exhale, lift your thighs. Floor bow pose. Kick your feet into your hands, but pull your sternum forward. Inhale. And exhale, slowly lower. Release your legs, release your arms. Drop your right cheek down and allow your shoulder heads to melt down. Relax here, breathing. Option to close your eyes. Inhale, bring your chin back to center. Second set of floor bow. Rebend your knees. Grab the outside of your feet or maybe your ankles this time. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lift your thighs. Keep kicking your feet into your hands. Inhale, lift your knees up a little higher. And exhale, slowly lower. Relax your left cheek down. Gaze past your right shoulder. Widen through your shoulder blades. Good. Bring your chin back to center. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders and rise up to tabletop position. Let's come standing on top of our knees. Knees hip width distance apart. Setting up for camel pose. Option 1, keep your toes untucked or tucked, up to you. Then bring your hands behind your lower back, fingers points down. Squeeze your elbows in. Lengthen your tailbone down. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, camel pose. Lean your chest back, but keep your hips over knees. You're more than welcome to stay here. Otherwise, grab your heels. Keep your hips over knees. Pull your sternum up. Open up through the front of your shoulders. To release, bring your hands back to your lower back and then slowly rise. Go ahead and have a seat on your heels. Place your hands on top of your thighs. Sit up tall. Stack your shoulders over hips. Close your eyes and take this moment to settle back into your space. Reconnect to your breath. Notice where you can soften more. Maybe your jaw, maybe your cheekbones. Notice where you can let go. Good. Gently blink your eyes open. Plant your hands in front of you. Half pigeon on the right side. Right knee over towards your right wrist. Right ankle towards your left wrist. Walk your left leg back. Draw your right hip slightly back. And make sure your right knee is pointing out towards the right. Really important. Flex your right foot. You're more than welcome to stay here. Otherwise, lower all the way down. And you have your blocks if needed. Relax your head. You're more than welcome to stay here. Otherwise, replant your hands and add a quad stretch. Bend to your left knee. With your left hand, grab your left foot. The more you bend your left knee, the deeper stretch you'll feel in your left quads. Good. Release your left foot. Lift your left knee and come back to tabletop. Feel free to shake it out. Make some circles with your right knee. When you're ready, half pigeon on the left side. Make sure your hips are squared. We'll take about 8 breaths here. Feel free to close your eyes. If you took a quad stretch, please do so on this side. And we'll meet back in tabletop position. Shake out your left leg. Let's have a seat. Option to sit on your block. Straighten out both legs in front of you. Bend your right knee out towards the right and hook your right foot into your left inner thigh. Make sure both sit bones are grounded. Slightly twist over to your left. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale, hinge from your hips. Fold over your left leg. Point your left toes straight up. Option to bend your left knee. Rather than rounding your back, see if you can lift your chest and pull your heart forward. Inhale, slowly rise. Keep your right knee bent. Just extend your left leg out towards the left. Drop your left forearm on top of left leg. Inhale, stretch your right arm up and over your right ear. Peel your right shoulder back and focus on opening up your chest towards the ceiling. Keep your right sit bone grounded. Inhale. And exhale, slowly come back to center. Bend your left knee back. So left heel towards your left glute. Keep your right foot into your left inner thigh. Walk your right hand behind your lower back, left hand on top of right thigh. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale, twist over to your right. Draw your belly in. Inhale, sit up taller. And exhale, twist over to the right. Good. Come back to center. Re-straighten both legs out in front of you. Shake out your legs. Then bend your left knee, left foot into your right inner thigh. Again, both sit bones firmly grounded. Keep your right toes pointing up. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Keep your chest lifted. Inhale, slowly rise. Extend your right leg out towards the right. Drop your right forearm on top of right leg. Inhale, stretch your left arm over your head. Slow down your breath here. Good. Come back to center. Bend your right knee behind you. Twist over to the left. Keep your front ribs in. Tailbone lengthens down. Good. Come back to center. Extend both legs out in front of you. Scoot your sit bones all the way towards the top of your mat. And let's take our boat pose, Navasana. Layer 1, feet on the floor, hands behind your thighs. Layer 2, shin bones parallel to the floor. Lift your chest, lengthen your spine, and see if you can hug your thighs in towards your chest. Inhale. And exhale, Ardha Navasana. Extend your arms by your legs. Straighten your legs and lower down halfway. Keep your tailbone grounded. Holding for 3, 2, 1, and slowly lower all the way down onto the floor. We'll stay on our backs for the remainder of class. Gonna take a nice morning stretch. Reach your arms over your head. Hug your legs together. Point your toes forward. Hug your right knee into your chest. Make some circles with your right leg. Inhale, squeeze in. Exhale, half happy baby pose. Bring your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Draw your right knee towards your right ribs. Left hand on top of left hip. Make sure your left glute doesn't lift up. Flex both feet. Drop your shoulder blades down. You're more than welcome to stay here. Otherwise, feel free to straighten out your right leg, adding more of a hamstring and inner thigh stretch. Good. Rebend your right knee. Inhale, squeeze your right knee back into your chest. Exhale, supine twist. Cross your right knee over your body. Come back to center. Bend both knees. Walk your feet as wide as your mat. Tee out your arms and just sway your knees side to side. Reset your lower back. Good. Walk your feet together. Straighten your right leg. Hug your left knee in. Make some big circles with your left knee. Come back to center. Inhale, squeeze in. Exhale, half happy baby pose. 5 breaths here. If you did it on the other side, straighten out your left leg. Don't let your right hip lift up. Keep your right shoulder grounded. Rebend your left knee back into your chest. Inhale, squeeze in. And exhale, supine twist. Tee out your arms. Left knee drops over to the right. A few breaths here. Come back to center. Happy baby pose. So full happy baby. Stomp both feet up towards the ceiling. Grab for the outside of your feet. Always option to hug behind your thighs. Lower back stays grounded. Feel free to rock side to side. Come back to center. Supta Baddha Konasana leg. Soles of your feet to touch. See if you could press your feet towards your belly. Open your knees. Keep your lower back grounded. Good. Hug your knees into your chest. Let's take cow face. Right knee over your left knee. Option 1, hug your hands on top of your knees. Option 2, grab opposite shin bones. Or option 3, grab opposite feet. Once you're there, lift your feet in line with your knees and rock side to side. And see if you could pull your feet apart. Again, keeping your lower back grounded. Keep your shoulders grounded. Good. Come back to center, release, and same thing on the other side. Left knee on top of right knee. Grab whatever's accessible for you. Bring your ankles in line with your knees. Take whatever you need. Good. Come back to center. Release your legs. Drop your feet as wide as the mat. Tee out your arms and go ahead and sway it side to side. Okay, so for our shavasana today, you have a choice to grab your 2 blocks and end it with a heart opener. So the first one is going to be right underneath your shoulder blades. Feel free to play around with the lowest height or the medium height. And then the second block will be placed underneath your head. Again, playing around with the different height of the block. So you're going to have to adjust a little bit. And if you want to skip the heart opener, just go ahead and lie all the way on your back for your shavasana. Bring your legs as wide as your mat. Bring your arms by your side and allow your shoulders to fully relax. Check in with your lower back. Make sure your hips are released. Close your eyes, relax your jaw. Together as one, as a union. Take an inhale and a deep exhale. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Stay here as long as you need. If you're ready to move on with your day, go ahead and come into your fetal position. Either roll over to your left or your right side, using your arm as a pillow. Hug your knees into your chest. And then whenever you're ready, we'll come up to a seated position. Again, no need to rush. Come to a comfortable seated position, cross-legged. Bring your hands to heart center. Stack your shoulders over hips. Relax your shoulders down. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide your practice today. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Namaste.